Oakmont Country Club, June 15th, 2025. The final, rain-soaked moments of the U.S. Open. From an impossible distance, a putt for history. A putt that defied logic, shattered expectations, and crowned an unlikely king. J.J. Spaun.
To the winner of the 2025 U.S. Open, J.J. Spaun.
But only one JJ gets to lift that trophy at the end of it all.
I don't think I did keep my composure, honestly, with all the breaks I was getting. I was trying to just dig deep, hit some good shots coming in.
This wasn't just a golf shot. It was the culmination of a decade of relentless struggle, of near misses, of lost PGA Tour cards, of personal battles, and of a spirit that simply refused to break. For years, J.J. Spaun was known as a journeyman, a tireless fighter, but never a champion on golf's grandest stage. Today, against the brutal elements and a leaderboard stacked with legends, he delivered a finish so improbable, it transcended sport itself.
And you do a little dance in the rain with your cat.
I can't believe he made that putt. You couldn't win or script a U.S. Open any better.
They saw J.J. Spaun win the 125th U.S. Open on a 64-foot putt.
It was electric to see him sink that long putt.
We watched really good golf.
This was a year that proved Oakmont the real test of all the courses they played.
But how did he do it? What forces, visible and invisible, propelled this long shot, who started his final round so far behind the pack, to the very pinnacle of golf? This is the story of J.J. Spaun's heroic journey, a testament to perseverance, self-belief, and the extraordinary power of one final, perfect stroke.
As J.J. Spaun claimed a famous win at Oakmont, erasing the pain of losing in a playoff at the Players' Championship to seal his first major in dramatic fashion.
Just in case you're wondering, that was the longest putt made by anyone this week.
Born John Michael Spaun Jr. in Los Angeles, California, J.J. Spaun's path to professional golf was far from conventional. His mother, Dolly, of Filipino and Mexican descent, was an avid golfer, even playing late into her pregnancy with him. It seemed destiny had marked him for the game from the very beginning. His early life was a tapestry of diverse interests. As a child, he was even hit by a car while skateboarding, an incident that, thankfully, left him with only minor injuries, but perhaps nudged him further onto the green. His father, John Sr., a hospital administrator, encouraged his passion, setting up a net in their garage where a young JJ would spend countless hours honing his swing, often without formal lessons. He also found a love for music, even learning to play Led Zeppelin's Stairway to Heaven on guitar. Though lightly recruited out of high school, JJ walked on at San Diego State University, where his talent truly began to blossom. He became a two-time All-Mountain West Conference selection, and in 2012, he was named Conference Player of the Year, culminating in 3 consecutive individual wins his senior year. The stage was set, and in 2012, J.J. Spaun turned professional. The professional golf landscape is a brutal proving ground. For many, the dream of the PGA Tour remains just that, a dream. JJ's journey was no different. He toiled on developmental tours, the Gateway Tour, PGA Tour Canada, the Web.com, now Korn Ferry Tour. Each step forward was hard-earned, a testament to his resilience. In 2015, he broke the PGA Tour Canada's single-season earnings record, winning the Stahl Foundation Open.
He moved to number 1 on the Order of Merit, earning his first McKenzie Tour win and a chance to tee it up at the RBC Canadian Open to make...
The following year, a victory at the New Sentinel Open on the Korn Ferry Tour finally earned him his PGA Tour card for the 2016-17 season. He had reached the promised land, but the real test was just beginning. Life on the PGA Tour is unforgiving. After his initial entry, JJ found himself in the precarious position of losing and having to regain his full PGA Tour card in subsequent seasons. He battled through the Corn Ferry Tour finals, proving each year he belonged, fighting tooth and nail to retain his status. This period, bouncing between conditional status and full exemption, forged an undeniable grit within him. For years, JJ was a consistent presence, a journeyman, a title that speaks to steady play but often lacks the glory of championship moments. Life, too, threw its curveballs. In 2018, JJ was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes, a misdiagnosis that was later corrected to type 1. Managing this chronic condition added another layer of complexity to the already demanding life of a touring professional. Then, in 2022, a breakthrough. At his 147th PGA Tour start, JJ Spaun claimed his maiden victory at the Valero Texas Open, solidifying his place and earning a spot in the Masters. It was a significant triumph, a moment of validation, but the ultimate pinnacle, a major championship, still felt distant. The 2025 season brought a glimpse of what could be, and a crushing blow. At the Players' Championship, golf's unofficial fifth major, JJ found himself in a dramatic playoff against none other than Rory McIlroy. He battled valiantly, but ultimately fell short in the Monday restart. A career best check? Yes. But the taste of victory? Snatched away. Lingered. The 2025 U.S. Open at Oakmont was destined to be crucible, known as one of the golf's toughest tests. This year, it was even more so, with unpredictable weather turning fairways into bogs and greens into slippery slopes. Many stars faltered, but JJ Spaun began with a quiet confidence. He opened with a sensational bogey-free 66, seizing the early lead. A strong Friday kept him in contention, but as Survival Sunday dawned, a different Oakmont emerged. One shot behind the leader, Sam Burns, JJ began his final round, and the ordeal truly began. The front nine was a nightmare. 5 bogeys in his first 6 holes. A brutal break on the second where his ball hit the pin and spun all the way back into the fairway. Other balls spinning off greens, leaving with impossible lies. His lead evaporated, and with each missed putt and unfortunate break, his championship hopes seemed to vanish entirely. He wasn't just losing the lead, he was falling so far behind the charging pack, it felt like an insurmountable climb. At that moment, for most, the dream would have ended. The U.S. Open was slipping away, and it genuinely didn't look like he could win. But then, fate, or perhaps the golfing gods, intervened. A severe storm rolled in, forcing a 96-minute weather delay. For JJ, it was a lifeline, a chance to rest, to gather himself. As he later said, the weather delay changed the whole vibe of the day. When play resumed, a transformed JJ Spaun stepped onto the course. The halftime adjustment was evident. He was resolute, composed, and remarkably made only one more bogey for the rest of the round, while reeling off crucial birdies. This was a solid back nine for the ages. His attitude, once ascribed as something he struggled with, became his strongest asset, fueling his impossible charge. He started his ascent. A crucial 40-foot birdie putt on the 12th brought him back into striking distance. As others faltered on the brutal rain-soaked course, JJ stayed steady, patient, and clutch. The par 4 17th, a drivable hole, became his moment of truth. He delivered a powerful fade that rolled perfectly onto the green, giving him an 18-foot birdie putt. He sank it. He had the lead. The 18th, a par 4, a 2-shot lead over Robert McIntyre, who was already in the clubhouse at even par. JJ needed 2 putts from 65 feet for the U.S. Open Championship. The safe play was a comfortable lag, but JJ Spaun was not playing safe. With the entire golfing world holding its breath, he didn't play safe. He attacked. He launched that putt. It rolled. It broke. And from an astounding 64 feet, 5 inches, the longest putt made all week, a putt for history, it dropped into the hole for a birdie. The final, emphatic statement of an unbelievable day, putting the ultimate cherry on top. The roar was deafening. JJ tossed his putter, threw his arms into the air, and embraced his caddy Mark Cairns. He was the 2025 U.S. Open champion, the only player to finish under par, a score of -1, a testament not to dominance, but to ultimate survival and unshakable resolve. From the garage, where he honed his swing as a child, through the challenging minor leagues, the personal battles with misdiagnosed illness, the heartbreak of a playoff loss, the fight to maintain his tour card, to the absolute carnage of Oakmont's final round, JJ Spaun's journey is the quintessential hero's tale. He faced his demons, conquered the elements, and emerged victorious against all odds. His win at the 2025 U.S. Open is more than just a major championship. It's a powerful narrative of perseverance, belief, and the unwavering spirit of a true competitor. JJ Spaun, the long shot, the survivor, the champion, his name forever etched in the records of golf history. A testament to what's possible when you never give up.